Welcome back, 8:30 right now. She was an award-winning journalist with a brilliant scientist for a husband, and then everything changed. MERYL Comer's husband, Harvey, was diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's at age 58, and she eventually gave up her career to become his full-time caregiver. And along the way, she has learned how frustrating, isolating, and terrifying that Alzheimer's can be for both the patient and the caregiver. Her new book is Slow Dancing with a Stranger, and all of the author's proceeds will go to Alzheimer's research. MERYL Comer joins us now.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming in. You know, a lot of people know you here from your days here at WTTG. Of course, you worked here years ago. Tell me, though, about, you know, you were still working in journalism when your husband was diagnosed. What was that like, and what transpired from there?
Well, let me just say, 40 years ago when I was sitting in your chair, the conversation was about HIV/AIDS, cancer. No one talked about Alzheimer's. Fast forward today, and Merrill Lynch age wave polls came out and said this is the scariest disease, not only for those of us who are 55, and I will have to admit, but also our children.
Wow. Because
of the financial, emotional burden, and this is the disease that will be an epidemic globally because we have aging population. So I was 48 years old. My husband was at the top of his career, and then everything dissolved around us. And smart people hide out in this disease for about a year or so. And back in those days, doctors didn't diagnose because they couldn't treat. And that's still the case today.
Wow. And there was a picture of you from Paris in the early days here that we have on the screen as well. And tell me about that journey through, you know, the process with your husband and what you have really learned along the way.
Well, I had vowed never to write a book because I interviewed so many people. But when I wrote the book, I looked back and nothing had changed 20 years later. I have been caring for my husband that long, and I thought, look what's happening to the next generation of women. And it's the biggest women's issue since breast cancer. We outlive men statistically, and we're more prone to get it. The science is there, just like cardiovascular disease. Everybody thought it was a man's disease, and it turned out to be the biggest killer of women. Alzheimer's, there's sex-based differences. We go into the disease faster. So we're just beginning to look at that space, and we're 2/3 of caregivers. So this was a very long journey, and as a reporter, I did my homework, but I had to fight the system. And my husband was misdiagnosed with stress, mad cow's disease, because he had been to London for a medical conference. But I have fought this disease, and then no one wanted us because he was young and difficult. And that still happens today. If you are a problem in facilities, they kick you out. So I have slept on the floor of facilities. I know the issues. We're now in hospice. Montgomery Hospice has been very, very supportive. But none of our systems are prepared for what's going to happen.
And I know you have been working tirelessly. You said you have been up on the Hill working with women as well. What is it that you would really like people, you know, that I'm sure the message you were trying to get across on the Hill, but other women and other people out there, what's the message you need to get across?
Well, we just came off the Hill as a co-founder of Women Against Alzheimer's. We're asking for more money. We spend $213 billion annually on care, and maybe 500 million on research. But I'm trying to unlock a conversation. The caregivers are the keeper of the secret. And we have to be honest about this disease and get people as upset about this as we are about ISIS today. This is a global epidemic. I want everybody saying unacceptable, because I don't want you or anyone having to make the kinds of decisions that I was forced to make. Wow. So it's not about me, it's for 15 million people out there.
Yeah, it's such a big, you know, important topic that we need to be discussing. And you're going to be also probably kind of giving tips to people as well at your book signing that's happening this Saturday at Politics and Prose, I believe.
We're going to get a good discussion going, and if you want more information, go to Us Against Alzheimer's. join with us. We're engaged and enraged. We have to take this on as a generation.
Yes.
So thank you.
Thank you. Again, it's the Talk and Signing Saturday, 3:30 at Politics and Prose on Connecticut Avenue. Of course, you can find that information again on myfoxdc.com. MERYL Comer, thank you so much. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Nothing's changed here, by the way, folks.
I know. We say that, and I was shocked, guys, when she came in. She said, oh, that looks exactly the same. I was a little scared by that, actually.
The background's a little different.
Back to you guys.
Well, welcome home. Love to see you.